Tomorrow, a customer service representative will become the last human to log out of his shift. The AI system that will replace him processes 50,000 customer inquiries in a single day. He handles maybe 40. By the time he packs his desk, 3 million customer service jobs will have vanished from the American economy forever. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that half the people you know are now unemployed. Not because of a recession or a pandemic, but because artificial intelligence is learning to do their jobs better, faster, and cheaper. This isn't a dystopian fantasy. This is the timeline we're hurtling toward at breakneck speed. You see, we're living through the most profound economic transformation in human history, and most people don't even realize it's happening. While we debate whether AI will eventually replace jobs, their placement is already beginning. The question isn't if AI will take over human work. The question is how fast it will happen and who will be left standing when it's over. Goldman Sachs reports that AI could replace the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs, but that number assumes a gradual transition. What if the transition isn't gradual? What if it happens all at once? The first wave is hitting the factories. MIT and Boston University find that AI will replace as many as 2 million manufacturing workers by 2026, but in our timeline it's happening faster, much faster. Picture this. Every major manufacturing plant in America is activating fully autonomous production lines simultaneously. The robots don't need breaks. They don't need sick days. They don't need vacation time. They work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with precision that no human hand can match. Within months, 85% of manufacturing jobs will disappear. Entire towns built around factory work are becoming ghost towns overnight. Workers who have spent decades perfecting their craft are watching machines perform their jobs with inhuman efficiency. The unemployment offices are overwhelmed. The social safety net, designed for gradual job losses, is collapsing under the weight of sudden mass unemployment. But the real shock is coming when AI moves beyond blue-collar work. In 2022, 19% of American workers were in jobs that are the most exposed to artificial intelligence. These aren't factory workers. These are accountants, lawyers, analysts, and other professionals who think their education will protect them. A financial analyst who has worked for 10 years spends her days creating complex spreadsheets, analyzing market trends, and preparing reports for executives. Then her company installs an AI system that can analyze more data in an hour than she can process in a month. The system identifies patterns she will never see, predicts market movements with uncanny accuracy, and generates reports that are more comprehensive than anything she has ever created. Administrative roles have 46% of their tasks susceptible to AI automation, while legal jobs have 44%. Law firms are beginning to replace junior associates with AI legal researchers. These systems can review thousands of case files in minutes, draft legal documents with perfect formatting, and identify relevant precedents with superhuman speed. A newly graduated lawyer with $200,000 in student debt is watching his profession evaporate before he can even begin paying off his loans. The AI systems don't just research cases faster than humans. They predict legal outcomes with 90% accuracy. Why hire a lawyer when you can know whether you'll win or lose before you even file? Then comes the most devastating blow. AI is invading the creative industries. AI will replace designers, writers, illustrators, filmmakers, and all the functional roles we consider professional in the creative services realm. This isn't supposed to happen. Creativity is supposed to be uniquely human. Art is supposed to be our sanctuary from automation. But AI systems are beginning to create artwork that sells for thousands of dollars. They're writing novels that top bestseller lists. They're composing music that moves people to tears. The systems analyze every great work of art in human history, understand the patterns that make them great, and produce new works that are technically perfect. Advertising companies are beginning to use AI tools to replace experienced artists. Graphic designers who have spent years developing their skills find themselves competing with algorithms that can generate hundreds of design concepts in the time it takes them to sketch one idea. Musicians are discovering that AI can compose in any style from any era with flawless execution. Writers are finding that AI can produce articles, stories, stories, and even poetry faster than they can read them. The creative process, once the pinnacle of human achievement, is becoming just another algorithm. Customer service is the next domino to fall. 14% of workers have experienced job displacement due to AI, but in our timeline, that number explodes when AI chatbots become indistinguishable from human representatives. The systems can handle complex inquiries, show empathy, and resolve problems without ever getting frustrated or tired. Call centers that once employed thousands of people are becoming silent warehouses filled with humming servers. The human touch in customer service, the ability to understand frustration, to show compassion, to go above and beyond, is becoming a luxury item that only premium services can afford. Even healthcare is feeling the impact. AI diagnostic systems can analyze symptoms, review medical histories, and recommend treatments with accuracy that surpasses human doctors. By 2030, at least 14% of employees globally will need to change their careers due to digitization. But in our timeline, that transition is happening in just 2 years. As AI systems take over more jobs, a strange new economy is emerging. Wealthy individuals are beginning to pay premium prices for human-made products and services. Having a human doctor, a human teacher, or a human artist is becoming a status symbol. The middle class finds itself caught between two worlds. Too expensive for premium human services, but craving more than cold AI efficiency. Underground markets for human labor are developing. The speed of job displacement is creating social chaos that governments aren't prepared to handle. January 2026 sees the lowest job openings in professional services since 2013, but in our timeline, that is just the beginning of a complete economic meltdown. Unemployment benefits, designed to support workers during temporary job loss, are becoming permanent welfare programs for millions. The tax base that funds these programs is shrinking as AI systems replace tax-paying workers. Social unrest is erupting in cities where entire industries have vanished overnight. Universities find themselves training students for jobs that no longer exist. Medical schools are graduating doctors who can't find work because AI systems have taken over diagnosis and treatment. Law schools are producing lawyers for a legal system that has been automated. The education system, built on the promise that more skills means more opportunities, is becoming obsolete almost overnight. While AI and robotics will displace 85 million jobs by 2027, they're also projected to create 97 million new roles. But in our timeline, those new jobs require skills that most displaced workers don't have. The transition isn't gradual enough for people to retrain. The gap between job loss and job creation is becoming a chasm that swallows entire generations of workers. The few humans who remain employed work alongside AI systems that can outperform them in every measurable way. They become supervisors of machines, translators between human needs and algorithmic solutions, and maintainers of systems they can't fully understand. Children are growing up in a world where human work is increasingly irrelevant. They learn to interact with AI tutors, receive medical care from AI doctors, and consume entertainment created by AI artists. The human experience of work, of purpose, of contributing to society through labor, is becoming a historical curiosity. This timeline shows us where we're heading if AI development continues at its current pace without proper preparation. The technology isn't inherently evil, it's incredibly powerful and efficient. But power without wisdom, efficiency without compassion, and progress without consideration for human consequences leads to a world where technological advancement becomes human regression. AI is the future because it's better than humans at most tasks. It doesn't get tired, doesn't make mistakes, doesn't ask for raises, and doesn't call in sick. From a purely economic perspective, choosing AI over human workers is always the rational decision. The invisible hand of the market will inevitably point toward automation. The negative effects on human labor aren't side effects, they're the intended consequences of a system optimized for efficiency rather than human welfare. Every AI breakthrough makes more human workers obsolete. Every improvement in machine learning eliminates more human jobs. Every advance in automation reduces the economic value of human labor. We're not just witnessing the replacement of jobs, we're witnessing the replacement of human purpose in an economy that no longer needs human participation. The question isn't whether this will happen. The question is whether we'll have any control over how it happens.